What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead, and we got some pictures here of this person. I don't want to give it away yet. Spoiler warning, obviously, if you follow me on Instagram at the PT channel and on Facebook at the PT channel and TWD community Facebook page and the group, you'll know who this person is. So obviously, spoiler warning for the Walking Dead season 9, the comics, the whispers, all that stuff. Spoiler warning. But before we get into it, guys, show us some love if you haven't already. Please hit that subscribe button to become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family if you love all things Walking Dead. This is probably a good channel for you. Obviously, photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here, giving credit where credit is due. The one, the only, Alpha. Yes, per Skybound and The Walking Dead, this picture is of Alpha. It's definitely a whisper, and she's going, shh. But I think she looks awesome. I think she looks scary. She looks creepy. It is a great portrayal of the comic character Alpha. And I hope we see her right away in the back half of season 9 that returns February 10th, 2019. The Walking Dead is back in my opinion, and the Whispers should be a big part of that. Alpha is the leader of the Whispers. We're going to talk about the Whispers a little bit. Alpha, Beta, Lydia, what happens in the comics. So like I said, before I get into it, I don't want to ruin anything for you. Spoiler warning, because I know people get mad. We're like, stop talking about the comics. But I got to talk about it because Alpha is big in the comics. The Whispers, the Whisper of War. We should hopefully see that in season 9, season 10, and throughout the series. The Whispers should be awesome. Alpha is right here, I believe, in the trailer. We see her with the machete next to her leg. Is it the red-handled machete that was Rick's before? I would love to see that. We just don't know if it is. It's hard to make out if it is or not. But we see the black top, the darker pants, the longer hair. But Alpha is actually bald. Yes, she's a female. She shaved her head. That's Alpha right there, walking towards Hilltop, and I believe she talks with Daryl. She's looking for her daughter, Lydia, that we will see hopefully in episode 909. In the comics, Alpha talks with Rick, and Rick's not around anymore, so who will Alpha talk with? I believe it's Daryl, but in the comics, I believe Alpha meets with Rick as she's wearing the walker's skin with the hair over her face. She takes it off and talks with Rick without the mask on, but here she looks like she has it off already as she walks towards the gate of Hilltop to talk to someone about getting her daughter back, most likely. And here's a great picture of Alpha from the comic. I believe Samantha Morton, who plays Alpha on the show, shaved her head. Maybe she buzzed her head, not completely shaved it, but I think that's why she got the role potentially, because she was willing to do that, and the character needs to look like that, right? The comic fans want Alpha, Beta to look a certain way, and I believe overall the comic has been portrayed very well on the show. I still believe Negan is a little too skinny. He should be a bigger guy. But here from the trailer, we see Daryl walking towards the Whispers, and I believe Alpha is right by that gate. And so Daryl is replacing Rick with the interaction with Alpha. I think Alpha will talk with Carol, Michonne, and Daryl. I think a lot of those parts will be split up between those characters. Also, I believe Henry will have the love connection, potential romantic connection with Lydia, or at least some connection. I think the Carl-Lydia connection is gone because Carl is gone, obviously, but I think Henry will replace Carl on the show for those parts, and I believe the Whispers trail and track Daryl and the gang back to the Hilltop so they know where Lydia went. And this scene right here is like straight out the comic. It looks awesome. And I believe in that trailer too, the 9B trailer, we see someone tied up on the horse next to Michonne. And some people are like, it's Yumiko. But I don't think it's Yumiko, however you want to say her name. I just say Yumiko. But ultimately, I believe that is Lydia next to Michonne. We'll see Michonne, Daryl, Aaron, Jesus' body, Magda, and Yumiko come back to Hilltop. Here's the first look picture from Entertainment Weekly that we talked about in a previous video. And it's only one picture, but it says a lot. You see Jesus' dead body. Someone clearly put him down so he didn't become a walker. You see the group coming back, most likely from the cemetery or the graveyard, whatever you want to call it. Daryl does not have his motorcycle or bike, whatever you want to call that. I believe Yumiko is behind Magna on the horse. I don't think that is Lydia. Some people think it might be Lydia already, but I don't think they actually meet Lydia till after this picture was taken. And a lot of people want to know when Beta is coming into the picture. I want to know as well. As Beta is pretty terrible. He's pretty creepy. He's definitely a villain for sure. And the Whispers overall are way worse than Negan and the Saviors. and they're clearly evil. They're not good people by any means. They have this weird civilization idea, and just their ideas and viewpoints are something that you really don't want to be behind, that's for sure. But Alpha and Beta are coming. I want to see the interaction with Beta and Alpha and Negan and Daryl and how it goes down. Alpha is going to be a pretty important character, but so is Negan. Negan can be redeemed in a big, big way. Hopefully he saves Daryl, because we saw from the trailer as well that Daryl is fighting Beta. I think Beta is about to kill Daryl, and then Negan comes in and saves the day, is my hypothesis, my theory, my idea, just what I would like to see happen. Negan, if he's going to be on the show, he needs to do some big things. He needs to take these Whisperers out. If you know the comics, you know what happens with Alpha and Negan. I think that's going to be remixed with Alpha and Daryl potentially, because they love to give Daryl big moments. Remember the rocket launcher, remember this moment, remember that moment. Daryl saves the day. That's probably what's going to happen. But if they were smart, they would have Negan save the day to have the character redeem himself and have some love to come back to Negan. Because if Negan saves Daryl, you're like, Negan's all right. But like I said, in the comics, Daryl is not there. It's Rick and Alpha. They have an interaction. So how's that going to happen? Because Rick is gone. Alpha's going to have to talk with Carol, Michonne, Daryl, somebody, right? And there's been a lot of talk of a lot of females having a lot of power in the back half of season 9. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Michonne's my favorite character, so maybe Michonne and Alpha have the interaction like Rick and Alpha. That's a possibility for sure. But who will it be? Who will it be now? Who's going to be picked for the Pikes? Does it go the way of the comics? Some comic people, some show people, little twist, little turn, little remix. We just don't know yet. But Alpha, Beta, and the rest of the Whisperers are bad news. In my opinion, they're way worse than Negan and the Saviors, especially because they kill a lot of people, they cause a lot of wars, they cause a lot of conflicts. But what do you think, guys? Do you think the Saviors are worse or the Whisperers are worse? For those who read the comics or not, what do you think? Do you think the Saviors were a worse group of people for the comic, for the show? Negan is worse than Alpha? Is Alpha and Beta worse than Negan? What do you think? But that's the first look, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Alpha looks awesome right here. Shh. The Whisperers are coming. Well, the Whisperers are here. We just have to wait till February 10th, 2019 to see them. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll hit it next year. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.